It's Friday, October 17th, and welcome back to Pick the Push, the only podcast you can actually win. I'm Ian Fox, and I'm joined as always by my best friends Joe and Brett, and we've got a loaded show today. We're breaking down the fallout from Crown Jewel's PTP Royale, talking with our new champion, and for the first time ever, there's a number one contender scenario we've never seen before. Plus, we figure out who still owes us a promo, break down how AEW straight up smoked Raw this week, and talk about TNA Bound for Glory because, yeah, we were there, and it's all leads to this weekend's WrestleDream, the next PTP Royale event, and entry opens right after SmackDown tonight. Get ready because this week episode is everything, new champs, bad takes, and maybe even worse predictions. Let's go!
Welcome to the Pick the Push podcast, where you get to pretend that you're Triple H and maybe even solve world peace.
We're getting there. That's the goal of the podcast, just if anybody asks. The goal for any of this is just all world peace. It's always been about world peace. Not meta, but world peace.
Love and peace. Love and peace.
What's your podcast about? World peace.
Well, the goal is world peace. But we talk about wrestling. Let's start with the results from Crown Jewel. How's that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
About how I'm the best.
You know, there was a lot of
Between the
a lot
three
of names
of us?
at the top. You know, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah, Brett did get one of the number one contenders. It turned out that we'd have a three-way tie for number one contender. And that's insane. I've never seen that before. That's new territory for even me on this.
And the weirdest thing is you guys all answered things differently. You just happened to get the same amount of points.
Really?
I think I just didn't have the points spread out enough. I think that was... But also, like, it is what it is. Like, you guys earned that. That's dope. I'm really excited for you guys. We'll get into that one later, because we'll go over... not only was Brett a number one contender at Crown Jewel, we have a new champion. Ferg wins the PTP championship over Dabber by 1 point. Did you guys have any opinion about the Pick the Push championship, the results? Are you guys happy? You guys sad about it?
I'm excited for it. I'm really happy that Ferg won. I've had my, he and I have been friends for a real long time, so I feel like, yeah, I'm really excited for Ferg being champ. I hope he's there for a while too.
Well, I mean, you got your opportunity.
Yeah, it's true.
You might be the one to derail it.
So you could derail his championship this weekend. For me, congratulations to Ferg. Super congratulations to Ferg, especially because it was by 1 point. On the other hand, shout out to Dabber, and I'll be the man. I'll say it. I'm sorry, Dabber. I didn't mean to call it and have it be so accurate. Because him and I were joking before Crown Jewel. I was like, Dabber, you're gonna lose by like 1 point. You're gonna be fucking pissed.
That's crazy.
And sure as shit, he lost by 1 point. And guess what? The first words he said to me when we watched Monday Night Raw, we turned Monday Night Raw, he hops into the server, he sees all of us, and he goes, "Fuck you, Joe."
That was hella funny.
And I was like, I'll take it. I'll apologize. I didn't mean to call it that hard. I thought it'd be funny, but and it was very funny. I laughed very hard, but I do apologize because that does sting. But at least he gets a chance back because he's the other part of the three-way try, right?
That's what made me even more excited to see what would happen, because as much as I wanted to dispute or go over and make sure that the questions were being answered correctly, the biggest one was the blood one. That's insane. That it's the right call was made, but it's a pretty wild call, I'll say. I think my favorite part was that so it's no blood. Technically it happened because Roman bled and there was blood spots and the ref had the black glove. So that's why it was called that. But the thing that made it the best is that Dabber put in an article about how he was injured from what appeared to be a small wound anyway. So, that made it even, that just made it the best. Like, I was so ready to be like, all right, perfect. Yeah, like that, regardless of how I feel about this question, that answers it. So it was very okay for me there. But
I love
absolutely
it.
crazy. But happy to see that he can still redeem himself. And,
Yep.
you know, he might be the first ever 2-time champion instead of worrying about being the shortest champion.
And the third one, the third person that's in that three-way tie is Frisky Prawn, which is my buddy, actually. I know him in real life. He's one of my friends. So I messaged him right away. I was like, dude, you tied. You're going to be #1 contender for this weekend. He's like, I heard. I saw.
Absolutely murdered it. It was so dope. Like, I think that was their first event, right?
Yeah, it was. It was the first time that he had filled it out because I shot him the reminder.
He has the opportunity to have like the highest average in history for PTP because you get on, like, he has the highest first timer, like, by a lot. It's insane. It's so cool though.
He was at TNA with us. He was the one that was sitting up behind us in the stands with his girlfriend.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, yeah. That's awesome. The hardest question we had was 3B. Was the handshake at the beginning of the AJ John Cena match. 0% got that right. Brett, do you feel any type of way about that?
I admit that I was surprised. I thought that match was pretty damn great.
They did a respect thing. They showed respect to each other, but like there was no physical handshake. So it's like it was a little weird that there was no physical handshake, but I understood it.
Yeah, like I feel like at the end it was just good job by me. What a great question because I was definitely duped by it obviously because 0% got it. And everybody was swayed the other way. On the flip side of the hardest question, the easiest question was a tie for 2. Was 1C was how does this match end? From Seth and Cody was pinfall at 92.9%, and also who wins the match for 2A was Fakir or Tiffy. Almost everybody got both of those questions right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I feel like, yeah, if I had to pick the one I was most confident going into, it would probably be pinfall for Seth Cody, maybe.
Yeah.
And I would say I knew I was picking Fakir from when I just knew that match existed, right?
Yep. Yeah.
It just had to happen that way. The plotline said it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Fakir's just on fire.
If they did anything else, it would have like not been
Rude.
good. No, it just would have been bad. Just all around bad.
Tiffy would have had to put on quite a performance for me to accept it.
Yes. Don't get me wrong. She held her own against Fakir, but like,
yeah, still good match. So one thought that I had, because I owe a promo, because if it's the Ricky Bobby rule, right?
if you're not first, you're last. Yeah.
Right. I absolutely, no question, will do a promo. But a thought that I had, and something that I can use to weasel out of this, is I didn't realize that this rule doesn't allow you guys to do promos for each other at all.
Yeah, basically.
So this rule only allows you guys to make promos for me.
And you to make promos for us.
Right.
That's interesting.
Maybe I'm just taking the opportunity that you were one of the #1 contenders to weasel out of that rule. I definitely want to leave it up to debate between you guys, because I did not take that into consideration making that rule.
We'll fix that problem right quick, and we'll do it this way. Whatever we decide today takes an effect next time.
Yeah. Without question, I still agree that I owe the promo and everything for sure. But I didn't know how you guys feel about that. Or maybe I just include that I also do a promo. I don't know. We can change something like that too.
I think it should always be up to the winner.
I think that's fair. Oh, whoever decides chooses who it is, and it's irrelevant.
Correct.
I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I believe it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Fair enough. I definitely like that rule going forward.
Yep. So it'll be going forward. It'll be whoever wins chooses who does the
One of the
promo.
two losers.
Who does
for a
and
promo.
it is. Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't really mind doing them. At first, I was kind of scared, but the ones that I've done have been pretty fun for me.
Yeah, I also don't mind doing them, so it's one of those things I just haven't had to do one yet. This would have been my first, but I'll I'll eat it this time.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Like I said, that was the rule. I liked that rule. Didn't think of it. I think this makes it so much better,
Yep.
especially.
So you can still do it. So you can still end up, if you're not first, you're last. Like, and you can still end up with the promo, but it's
Exactly.
up to the winner because the winner
Love it.
may want to have someone else do the promo.
I love that. It just gives more creativity.
And your promo is going to be a promo about how the Macarena is the best song ever.
Nice.
And,
All right.
and to be clear, it's about convincing someone that it's the best song ever, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. I like that. I can definitely work with it.
I'll even start you off. Here's the recording of what I'm going to say. I really don't think the Macarena is the best song ever.
That's what I have to start with?
That's what you have to start with, yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to do endless amounts of research on the Macarena. What I want this to be.
I'm sorry. I feel like this one is mean now.
No, it's up to me. I can just show up and just talk about the Macarena, but that's
You
not
could.
what I'm willing to do. Jared also owes us a promo too.
Yep, Jared owes you a promo because you beat him.
I beat Jared. I had 69. I think he had 66. I beat him. It was very close, but I look forward to that. I am taking suggestions for promos because I have an idea, but I'm still not 100% sold yet.
What are you thinking?
Well, I think I at least want to go in the lines of like some sort of good guy thing that he has to support. Like, I don't know. Maybe I want him a promo about how he loves puppies or something dumb along those lines, but he would definitely just troll it up.
Find a way to make it not as good.
Yeah, like just like he'll run with it, of course, but just think of
Yeah.
something hilarious that he has to talk about. Or you know what? No, I apologize. I'm going to make him talk about how much he loves Cody Rhodes. That's probably what I'll do.
Tell me how
Because,
much you love Cody Rhodes. Who's the other person he doesn't like?
he just hates all of WWE, really.
Most of WWE. I mean, like, I understand. After us looking at the roster for Raw, I don't know why we watch Raw and not SmackDown.
My line is pretty much like pizza cutter, cheese grater. I don't want to see it.
I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, there was a cheese grater at TNA.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, dude, that dude was so fucking red. I mean,
Yes, he
that was
was.
insane.
Yeah.
That's the most blood I've ever seen on a person at one time ever.
Not for me, but yes.
That was like in person.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you were at the Briscoes and shit too, right? Yeah, that's kind of fair. That was ridiculous. That dude bled so bad. I like that's not even a match I remember from the show.
Yeah, the cheese grater, the staple gun.
I remember the cheese grater, the cheese like I remember all that thing, but as far as that match as a whole, maybe I'm just trying to like repress the whole thing.
I loved it. That was like my favorite match. And then it ended with the 450 tax splash.
That was wicked cool spot too.
Yeah,
That
he
was
took the
really
450
cool to watch.
tax splash. She rolled out of the way and he hit an empty pool full of tax. And then Eddie
That
Edwards
was,
came in and picked him up, hit him with the finisher, and 1, 2, 3.
You're talking about it was Ali, right? That did that.
Yep. Ali.
Yeah, Ali
450
took a
splash from the top.
450 splash into tax. Respect to that man.
Yep. He was trying to do it on top of Alyssa Edwards, who he also covered with tax.
Yeah, I get that of what we saw and witnessed, but I'm saying like he still
took
at
a
some point
450
he has to
tax.
be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this bump.
Yes, I'm going to take a tack bump off of 450.
He's just like, hey, get the fuck out of the way, because this is going to kill me. Would you say that match was your favorite match? I mean, that 450 splash was insane.
I loved that match. I think it's a tie between that and the Javon Leon Slater.
Yeah, that was the coolest match to ever be in the same room for me. Like that was so cool. I mean, you have a lot more on
I
your
have a
list
lot
than
of I have a
do.
lot of history, so I can't.
But
I've
for me,
definitely
that
seen
was
cooler.
so
That was
cool.
up there, though. That was
That
definitely up
was.
there.
It's such a shame. Like, if they had an actual finish to the match, it would have just been like.
I'm glad they
Oh.
didn't. I just wish they did it better. I'm glad they
Yeah,
didn't
even if you have the same finish.
Same finish, but just let them wrestle a little bit longer than 2 moves after restarting the match.
Just don't restart it. Have it end that way where they just come out. Like,
That-
why do we even have to
too.
have that? Like, what the fuck?
Have them come out before the time limit. Like,
yeah. Like, why
and
is there
just
even a
DQ it
time
all.
limit? Nobody announced any time limit for any other match.
There's a 20-minute time limit for every TNA match.
But do they say it? They didn't say it enough or announce it enough for me.
They don't announce
Maybe
it.
I didn't
put
hear
it in
it.
the rules.
It needs to be said.
No,
I
it
was
was
very
shown.
upset at that part.
It was shown at the rules. You just didn't read them.
Okay, that's probably true. But also, they have people to talk into the mic to tell us. Why are they not reading it to the illiterates like me? Yes, they do, because I'm mad now on a podcast. That was my least favorite part for the ending of just both of those. That was definitely what I felt.
That wasn't my least favorite part.
That was definitely mine. What was yours?
My least favorite part was the ending to the 20-man call your shot gauntlet match.
That was so brutal too.
That was the worst part of the entire pay-per-view. Watching 2 grown men argue over a trophy that don't need the trophy and do not need the shot and just got it anyways to try and mix things up in the landscape.
Either one could have it.
But there's no reason for it. Just pick one. There's no reason for both of them.
Right, that's the biggest issue. The Dudleys match had a weird finish, but that was again just my misunderstanding.
Yep.
It's really the finishes. The matches all were really good.
The Dudleys and Hardys match was only good because it was nostalgic.
Super nostalgic.
I loved every second of it because it was nostalgic. Would I go back and watch it? Probably not.
I would probably go back and watch just because I was there, though. Beyond that, no.
Yeah, like say you didn't go.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Don't get me wrong. I loved being there. I loved every second of it, and I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm so happy that they got to retire on their own. I'm so happy that no one died during the match. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's a plus. Big plus.
The boots got handed over.
And then also shame on Lowell for not showing up and having so many people leave after that match.
Yeah, I was gonna say shame on Lowell for no one staying for Trick and Santana.
That match was pretty damn good.
It was good.
Both of them are great. Now, I also want to put out there that even though that I made sure that Trick saw the clown emoji and I made sure to show that in his face, I do not think that Trick is a clown. I just wanted to really play into the fact that he's a heel.
I think he's very good at wrestling. I'm not trying to take that away from him. But, you know, as a character, he turned on his NXT team. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Especially if you're the TNA champion, you turned on him, and then you would lose your TNA belt after that, and you expect to crawl back to Team NXT after you no longer the TNA champion. Clown.
He gets to put on his makeup and go home and make amends. Or he disappears and he comes up to the main roster because Seth got injured.
Ooh, that would be sick, actually. That would be so cool.
They have so many people injured up in the main roster. They just take Seth. Because Seth is injured, they take fucking Trick, Obafemi, and like Javon Evans. They bring them all up to the main roster, and they just have them.
Dude,
wrestle.
Javon Evans is so dope. He's so young too. Is so crazy.
He's same with Leon Slater. Leon Slater is 18.
I didn't know he was that young. Yeah, that's insane.
He is 21 now. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, never mind. That's so old. He's 21. He's the X Division champion.
He's 21. He was born in 2004.
You didn't have to say that part. Why did you say that part?
Just to give you an idea of the math.
Oh, I don't even feel like he's young. I feel like I'm old now. That's all that did to me.
You're welcome. Collision is already better than both Dynamite and Raw this week.
That might be a fair statement. Oh, that's fucked up.
Again, by no means was Dynamite any bad.
No.
Yeah,
No.
didn't hate Dynamite.
The best part of Dynamite was the Tony Storm.
The best part of Dynamite was the Tony Storm part. I completely agree with that. And I was gonna say the rest of it didn't have any sparkle, but was some of the once again some of the best wrestling.
Yep.
I think that's fair.
There was no sizzle on that reel.
No. Well, there was because like all the good stuff happened in the beginning. Because you had the Moxley Darby promo, which was amazing,
God damn it, that was amazing.
and then like I said, that Tony Storm Chris Statlander promo was so good.
That being said, do you guys have your AEW versus Raw picks?
Yeah, I'm going AEW this week all the way.
I like it.
Even with like there not being a lot of sparkle, the sparkle that was there was fantastic, and then the matches were also really good. Even though the only match I didn't really care about was like the Jurassic Express Kenny Omega match.
Which actually was like not awful. I just
No,
don't like
it was
Jungle
a good
Boy.
match. It was a great match. I didn't it didn't do anything for me. I didn't care. I'm looking over my notes for Raw because I don't want to actually go too in depth with Raw because I'm so frustrated with Raw. The only thing I liked about Raw was the Rhea Kyrie match, and that's not something new.
That was a good match.
Yeah, I liked Raw. Like, I'm not even shitting on it. I think it was one of the better episodes. I think the swerve at the end, even though Seth is injured, and we assume that they're just making Breaker break out now because Seth is injured.
Because Seth is injured, they broke up the division, and Braun's gonna get his chance, which will actually I think will improve Raw just in general. I think that in general is gonna definitely help. But Raw this week was not good. I'm
I don't
hopeful
feel
for
that
the
way.
future. I didn't like this. I didn't like this Raw.
I don't think that was like the best part of Raw or anything like that. Like, I had a few things. Nothing that I would say would overtake AEW though. I like the continuation of like that Eddie Guerrero thing where Don brought in the title belt to distract the ref because he had the ring bell hammer, and then he used that in his boot too with the 619.
That was really
That was
good.
cool. Like, that was awesome.
Extra Eddie stuff. That was nice.
I don't know. The ending really depends on, is Seth a good guy now? If Seth's a good guy, you fucked up. Like, that's it. I think people are going to cheer for Breaker either way. So I think he doesn't necessarily have to be the bad guy here. And you bring Seth back to try and rain on his parade after he's achieved some cool stuff from breaking out of Seth. I like it. That's fine. But where do they go with the World Heavyweight title?
He might vacate it, and then it might be just like
A tournament?
No, just another fatal 4-way where they do everyone that they've have in the same feud, like they've done, and then they're like, no, you're gonna face Braun Breaker, and then Braun Breaker's gonna just spear everybody, and he'll get the title.
Death.
You think Breaker gets the World Heavyweight title this soon?
I think because they fucked up, yeah.
I could see it. I don't know if they'll do it, but I could see it. It's not even the worst decision either.
The other decision is Punk gets the title, and then
Punk has a number one contendership right now.
I was gonna say, and then drops to Breaker. Either way, it's happening. Like that's how I see it going.
I don't hate any of that. I think all that's pretty realistic too.
I'm not upset like at it at all. The only other person I could think taking it other than Breaker is going on somewhat of a face run would be LA Knight.
LA Knight would be cool to see it. I would want him to win it. Jay's about to make another heel turn too. And then I think personally I think they might just do a triple threat on Raw and then just have like that winner face CM Punk for the title. I don't know. I could see that happening too.
Yeah, I can also see that happening if they just vacate the title. Other than that, it's going to be like a crazy squash match.
Yeah, you think Breaker just breaks everybody?
I think I think they're going to try and sell that Seth's too injured and he has to just vacate the title, just in general.
Yeah, I expect that. Well, I mean, I think that's just true, right?
I don't think he can wrestle. I don't think he can do another match. He was having such a hard time moving his shoulder during the Cody Seth match.
Is this what he gets? Is this karma for faking the injury? Maybe.
Is this karma for faking the injury? No, this is karma for him ending other people's careers and or injuring them for so long.
I mean, he's injury prone himself, regardless.
Yeah,
But
he is.
after talking about how much, like, there were parts of Raw I liked. AEW, one specific thing that made me pick AEW. I don't know if I have one though, so that's why I'm probably still just trying to delay my decision of Raw versus AEW.
You want to know why I'm picking AEW this week?
Why are you picking it?
Is because I feel like I don't have to be concerned for any of the wrestlers in Dynamite. I don't have to worry about if they're going to make a fool of themselves. I don't have to worry about if they're going to hurt each other. Maybe they will. I just don't feel like I have to worry about AEW wrestlers. I don't think they're going to get written out for no reason.
Even if
That's
they
a true
do get
point.
hurt, they're still. I mean, it was a complete an utter freak accident whenever it happens when they get
Yeah.
injured.
I trust their relationship with the wrestlers of each other more than I
Yep.
trust it. Like, I'm not worried about Green as much. Even the ones that I would complain are Green, I would think can wrestle better than anybody in WWE as far
Yep.
at that level that they're presenting these people at anyway.
1,000%.
God, just look at this shit.
That's not fair. Cassidy's awesome.
But
and this is Collision. Keep it out of it.
But it's yeah. Or listen, Orange Cassidy is amazing, but he's also wrestling two other dudes. Well, I'm worried about the wrestling, which is part of the fun, but I'm not
Always
worried
good
about
wrestling.
the drama.
Yeah, I think what you're saying makes sense, and that opens me up enough to just let the AEW take the full landslide. If we're not picking Collision specifically, I would just say Dynamite over Raw, even though it was you can't deny it's a historic Raw for just what happened. I'm not saying good or
It was
bad or how you
good.
feel about it. It is a turning point in a major story that they're going to show to us.
It's a huge plot point in the story of WWE.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah, that's more of what I'm saying.
I can agree with that. I can agree that that's there. Was it good? Do I care about it? No. Will it change in the future?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't disagree with any of that.
That's what I was going to think of chime in. It is a huge plot point. It's a thank God plot point, not a I'm so excited plot point.
Yeah,
I like that. But I'll also add, and I'm sure you're on the same page, never root for injuries. Like that's the only thing that I wish that wasn't part of it, but seeing less of Seth might be a good thing for Seth too.
I honestly wish he was just taking vacation to be with his girl. His younger girl. I wish that was the reason he was taking vacation. I wish
that is a good silver lining. He definitely gets more family time.
More time at Rue.
I wasn't thinking that. So, as awful injuries are, that is cool to think about. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pick the Push universe has a new champion, the one, the only Ferg, and by a single point, might I add, the slimmest margin in PTP history. Ferg, you did it. The comeback is complete. How does it feel to finally hold that championship?
Feels so good. Yes, I did not have high hopes, and I knew I messed up the match order pretty badly as soon as the show started. But I guess I just nailed everything else, and I am the victor.
I mean, that's probably where I want to start this too. You can talk about how you mixed up that match order, but you only had one more wrong than our champion Dabber before, and it really came down to that one question of would there be more crossroads or more curb stomps? And because you got that one right, I think that was the one that elevated you that 1 point higher to bring home the gold.
Yeah, I mean the match order, it was tough. I was trying to imagine what would WWE want to kind of open the show. Was it going to be Rhea? Was it going to be John Cena? Was it going to be Bronson Reed's music? And I just didn't consider they do the Australian street fight first, especially if they destroy half the stuff on stage, which they ended up kind of doing, but I guess they got a good crew there rebuilding it. And then I just figured Cena would open again, just like he did at the last one at WrestlePalooza. And it turned out to be a great match with Cena and AJ Styles. It was phenomenal.
Yes, it did.
But I was just totally wrong, and I had to spread out the female matches and the tag team and try to balance it all, and totally messed up. But got almost everything else right. I guess, Roman Reigns' elbow got a lot of people messed up, and the handshake at the start of the Bell of the Cena match.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, that Crossroads and Curb Stomp, that was a really good question too, because you know, he did what, 3 Crossroads to finally get the belt off Roman Reigns, and Curb Stomps you could see coming from anywhere. And then watching
Absolutely.
the match, he did what, a top rope Crossroads, and there was like a middle rope Curb Stomp. It was all over the
Yep.
place, but I kind of figured it'd be a very even match, and then Seth would do something weird to take it at the end, and
Seth really
it
needed it. Yeah.
yeah, Seth. I mean, Seth needed the win. There was no way he was gonna lose. Um, but Ty was kind of where my heart felt, and it now has won me the belt, the championship.
You want to know the craziest part of that question to me
Yeah.
is, so Cody did 2 Crossroads that whole match.
Yeah.
And it was tied at 3. So the third one and the first Crossroads was from Seth. But because that wasn't the question, was do we see more Crossroads or Curb Stomps? Doesn't matter who's doing them, because there was a tie of 3-3. That's really what did it, and I think that's unbelievable. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well, and then the big question for me is next time John Cena's out on stage, depending on his opponent, how many different tribute moves is he going to do? Because that match was
That's a
crazy.
good question. That I'm writing that down right now so we can use that later.
I think it was like 13 or something like that. It was, they went for it.
That was so good. I like, even though like I'm sure plenty of old heads would disagree and think that we're crazy because there's no psychology. You're just doing spot monkey moves and spamming finishers. It was amazing. Like, even if that's what you think, and if you didn't like it, sure, wrestling's ice cream. Everybody's got their favorite flavor, but the match was amazing. I had high hopes and it exceeded all of them. Like, that match alone was better than WrestlePalooza to me.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that match might be one of the best matches just because of the history, right? Between the two wrestlers calling back on their roots to try to get a final victory against each other. That's a great story. That's exactly
Unbelievable.
what they needed in this run.
And to think it only exists because of a tweet from John Cena, not because creative was like, this would be a good match. That's a shame.
Well, I'm not surprised that creative couldn't come up with it. So
Fair enough. All right. Well, I mean, I know I'm known as the number 3 contender, but also you've been known as like the nearly man for quite a while at this point. What's it finally feel like to silence the almost chance?
it feels great. Feels good not to. I was planning like, how do I try again to become the number 2 contender, and then to have to do another interview where I talk about not winning. But not the case today because I
Nope.
won.
This is the champions interview.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you beat Dabber, the former champion, and by a single point, like we said. Did you celebrate when you found out, or did you want to just double check the math to be sure?
I mean, I honestly did not have high hopes. I even talked to Brett. I was like, "Hey, man, I think I lost this one again." Um, and when I saw that little ping in Discord, I was like, "Huh, that's pretty early." Also, it's like, it was a Monday, right? It usually comes out a little bit later in the week, so
Yeah, it's been
I
Monday
was
or Tuesday. I'm still on the
yeah.
fence about what I want to keep as a staple.
And I was just like, I'll see. And then I saw my name right at the top with 75 points too. I remembered what I guessed, but I wasn't keeping track, and I wasn't keeping track of the points. I was just kind of going by feel. 75 points. I think that might be my highest score too. Um, I got a lot right. And then seeing everybody else who got right underneath me at 74, it was a really good feeling. And, credit to Dabber. He's going to be right in there with what I'm sure you'll announce later. But, and Brett, finally, he's up here. It's going to be a
That
really
was a
good
cool
match.
thing,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, 75 points is the highest score you've ever received, but not only that, you previously were a highest score too. So you broke your own record with the 75 points from just Crown Jewel alone, which is crazy. That's another crazy stat. Now, I have to ask though, do you feel like you were the better predictor won that night, or do you think it was just pure dumb luck and like a dash of destiny maybe?
To be honest, I do feel like it was dumb luck and a dash of destiny. I feel like I mean, I just talked to you last week about how important the match order is, and then I
Right.
get 4 points out of 20, right? I
That's true.
and I was so proud of nailing it at WrestlePalooza, and then just like that first, especially because you wake up on Saturday morning having locked in your picks, and you
Right.
see the tweet starting up, and you see that music hit, and you're like, "Oh, this isn't what I thought at all."
Yeah, what a
So,
difference a week makes.
I know, and it's a sinking feeling, but then, carried on the back of just nailing everything else, ref bumps, barricades broken, not thinking that there would be a return or debut. There could have been. They could have done something
Right.
weird in Perth.
Absolutely. At any
Maybe
point.
Brock
Especially,
Lesnar doesn't
yeah.
want to make the plane ride, right?
That makes sense.
Or whatever. AJ showed up at the last thing they did in Australia just to troll on somebody. So yeah, it was a good show. It was a good match.
Definitely above average as far as what I'd give credit for WWE so far. Now, gearing up into what will be WrestleDream that's coming up this Saturday, when you saw the final score and you saw the result, because we will have our first ever Fatal 4-Way this weekend, it will be you up against Frisky Prawn, up against Dabber, the former champion, up against Brett, who I believe you guys are friends, right? Like,
Yes,
that's
we've
pretty
been
cool.
friends since freshman year of college.
Holy shit. All right. So, I mean, I'm not going to age anybody, but that's quite a while.
Yeah.
Were you more excited to finally be the champion, or were you thinking in your mind, oh no, I have to defend this thing in a Fatal 4-Way now?
100% more excited to be the champion. I'm now today starting to look at WrestleDream and seeing what the card is. I definitely spent a good 24 hours just in my feelings, enjoying the victory. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, do you feel like Dabber's loss was your win, or do you think you're just renting some space up at the top near until somebody evicts you at WrestleDream maybe?
I mean, I feel like you already answered that question. I beat my own high score record, right? I'm not going anywhere.
That's fair. I love that. Absolutely. That's 100% fair. All right, champ. Let's talk about what's coming this weekend. You've got Dabber gunning for revenge. One of the hosts, Brett, finally putting his money where his mouth is, and Frisky Prawn, the rookie, because Frisky Prawn, they're not even in the Discord, but the first appearance they had was almost just as good with 74 points as their average. I think that's pretty impressive. Out of those three, who worries you the most?
Who worries me the most? I mean, Brett's a huge AEW fan, and
That's
Dabber
a good
now has
point.
a track record. So I've been maybe planning some stuff in the background. I've sent Brett a few messages. Maybe we can work together a little bit for the start, and then face off once we've taken down the other two guys. We'll see.
I like that collaboration idea. I mean, it is a Fatal 4-Way. It's every man for themselves, but at the end of the day, you might see some of those matchups or those team ups. Now, is there a part of you that feels like maybe you're even being set up? Like, even though you finally have pushed through and become the champion, that you don't get any peace, that you still just gear up to one of the most difficult challenges, not only for you, but that we've ever seen in Pick the Push so far?
I do feel like having to face three different people in my first title defense. Maybe, the refs trying to get one over on me, but I've overcome harder things before. I have the belt now, and I've got champion's advantage. I feel good.
I'd definitely say on the flip side of that too, if you come out on top out of the Fatal 4-Way, I mean, what else could stand in your way at that point, right?
Yeah.
Closing this out, you've talked the talk. Now it's time for the message to the locker room. Dabber, Brett, Frisky Prawn, the entire Pick the Push universe. What's your championship statement heading into WrestleDream?
I may have been a bit cocky in my last interview and saying that I'm gonna win the belt and hold on to it for the rest of the year. But it's gonna be a good Christmas for me. I feel like I'm gonna be able to knock these three guys down and take the belt with me on vacation. So I welcome the challenge, but don't get your hopes up too much, guys. I'm pretty happy up here.
All right, that's the energy of a champion. But remember, folks, 1 point gave Ferg the belt, and one match could take it right back. We'll find out at WrestleDream. Ferg, thank you so much again, and congratulations, champ.
You're welcome.
We'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Coming up this weekend, we have our Fatal 4-Way for the PTP Championship. We have our champion Ferg going against Brett, going against Dabber, the former champion, and going against Frisky Prawn. Most points wins. We'll see what happens. That's going to be this weekend at WrestleDream. As far as matches go, the matches I have on the card, and this is still subject to change. Everything's subject to change. But I got Darby Mox because, of course, it's that one, right?
You need to.
No question.
No question. That's on the card.
Tony Storm, Chris Statlander,
Gotta happen.
because
Yep.
I feel like the women need to be included in it. Like, and it's the
Hey,
Women's
don't
World
give them-
Championship.
How dare you? You don't give them your pity vote.
It's not a pity vote. They
It's gonna be
deserve
one
a
of the best
spot
matches,
regardless.
man.
Well, I say it like that because I did not put the men's AEW championship in there. Instead, I have Brodito versus Okada and
Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Dude, that's gonna be an on fire match, dude. We got to, and so much is gonna go on. I think that's you actually picked right down the line of the things that I picked.
Yeah.
On the poll you took.
On the poll, right. So normally the poll's there just to give me a good idea, but the reason I didn't put the men's championship on there is because the questions I would put would be similar to the questions for the women's anyway. Because it's essentially the same match type, but just different wrestlers.
Yeah.
So I thought adding a tag team would give me enough diversity where we could have different questions that wouldn't be like repetitive.
Especially if you like the only other match you would really do other than like that men's world champion would be like Fletcher and Briscoe.
Yeah, that was also an idea too.
And same idea. It would be just another singles match for like a champion where it's just there's no stipulation, nothing else, so you can't really do anything crazy with it. So you're just asking the same questions that you've asked before. So
yeah,
makes sense.
If I was gonna take any of the three to add the men's, it would be the women's, and I feel like the women's deserve like a spot.
No, women
regardless.
deserve the spot over the men. 1,000%.
That's what I'm saying.
Because who's the men's match anyways? What is it? Paige and who?
Oh, it's Samoa Joe. Paige and Samoa Joe. It's gonna be a great match.
It'll be a good match, but
I'm more excited for Tony Storm and Statlander.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm on that same page too. So that's at least why those are the way they are.
For the Brodito match, what kind of spots are you thinking for that?
So I have everything's finished right now because this card will open at the end of SmackDown, and I want to be able to talk about the questions regardless. And tomorrow's a day of editing either way, so I wanted to make sure that was done. So I'm gonna talk about right now. We have the regular first section is just the matches, pretty standard so far, and then the questions I have for Moxley and Darby, I have two. Will we see a fork? Because I feel like that has to be part of a Moxley match now.
It just needs to be a question.
Yeah.
Period.
And then does someone pass out instead of saying I quit? Because I didn't want to see that. And I feel like we could. I don't know. It seems like a WWE thing to put in there. But those are the ones I have for the Darby Mox.
Where no one passes out.
Will someone pass out
quits,
instead of
someone
saying
just passes out and they just call it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that how you get out of it?
I hope not. But it's like a very WWE gimmicky thing to make the other guy look strong because he didn't tap out.
You want one of those two people to quit forever?
I want them. Well, I want the sanctity of the match, and I want them to say it when they're ready to give up. I don't want to see somebody just pass out and not be able to say it because that defeats the purpose of what the match is. To me, anyway.
I agree. It seems to be the way they do it with two strong people for the end of an I Quit match.
Yeah, and I think they're going to give us an insane match. You know what? Honestly, I would understand if the match it was a no contest because they both jumped into a dumpster of fire and they all burned to death. Like, I wouldn't want that to be the case, but I see that as a likely scenario, to be completely honest. I am scared for that to happen. Next up for the WrestleDream card, the second match is Tony Storm versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship. We have, the normal winner and then no contest other. And then for this one, I only have one extra question. How will this match end? Pinfall, submission, DQ, countout, knockout, TKO.
What was the first question? Who will win?
Just the
Oh,
winner. We have winner,
yeah.
and then how will the match end?
Got you.
I feel like that's simple enough. But also because I think Tony Storm won by submission like not that long ago too.
Yes, she did.
So like that kind of shakes things up for me, and I like that this has more than one option. So I feel like we'll see people kind of spread out a little bit more too.
Yep.
But also makes it a tougher question. Granted, it might be pinfall, you know. I mean, a lot of everybody got pinfall for Seth Cody, but I don't think that this match is as predictable.
That's because every match it's either pinfall or DQ. That's the only options for WWE.
Yeah, unfortunately, or something else. Like, yeah, especially even like in a fucking Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, you know, because you
The
can get
fuck?
DQ'd in a Hell in a Cell match apparently.
Some bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that one. The final actual match on the card will be Brodito versus Don Callis family, Okada and Takeshita.
Gonna be so good.
That's going to be a really, really good one. And so
What are
it's just
the-
winner. And then I have two
winner.
questions for this one. But this one is where, like, I like these. I've used these before. I don't know if I'll use both of them going forward. But the first one is who gets the win. So
Yep,
just
who tags?
your options are Bandito, Brody King, Kazuka Okada, Takeshita.
Yep, any of the four.
And then the second question is who takes the loss. So then it's exactly the same thing, but the opposite. So who's gonna pin who, or who's tapping out who?
Yep, who takes the loss? Who's the reason their team lost?
Yep.
Does that count for DQ as well? If one of them DQs their team, that's the person that
I would agree
makes
with
their
that
team
too.
lose? Okay.
Yeah. Like if Okada hits Bandito with a chair.
With the belt. Yeah.
Yeah, or with the
I was gonna
belt or
say-
whatever.
I was gonna say like taking one of the belts and gets caught hitting
would-
them with the belt.
I would say Bandito gets the win and Okada would take the loss in that scenario.
Okay. That would be my only question on that one. Other than that, that's really good. I think
That's a fair question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And plus we don't do actual tag matches that often too. So I felt like that would be fun to bring that in.
Yep. Well, it's usually we don't. It's not. I'm not saying that they don't have good tag matches, but it's one of those like.
Well, also like they're not just straight up tag matches either. Like the ladder match and shit.
Well, that and like even
Crazy way to think about it.
the straight up tag matches that they have had have been way too predictable.
Yeah, I could see that too.
It was one of those like
Especially
it was like a squash
WWE.
match.
WWE
You know what I mean?
really doesn't even showcase the tag teams at all anyway.
No, they were like, here's this tag team. They are going to squash this other team. So it's like you're not going to be like, who's the winner? No one's getting that wrong. It's just free points. Like, so that's why I understand and I get why you do like just 3 matches. I like it that way.
Yeah, I think that's easy, especially for someone that might not necessarily be like as
Remember when you
hardcore
used
of a
to do the
wrestling
entire
fan.
card?
Yeah, oh yeah, I did the pre-show too. And
Yep.
each one had its own like we used to do like who comes out first, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And that was hardcore. And I think taking a more, you know, I don't know, approachable way, like
For people who aren't
yeah,
as
it gets to
hardcore
the
into
point where it's
wrestling.
like, who has 20 minutes to fill this thing out? Like, I don't even want to do that. Like, I understand why I need to prove my dominance, but like, nobody wants to do it, especially if you're just a casual fan. And
Yep.
you know, I think it was DraftKings that does a similar like free pool that we've been doing too, and sometimes I'll steal questions from there. But they have always done it in a similar manner that I've done it, where you're not including every match because who cares about every one? It's cool that you could make a match that really nobody cares about matter because you're hanging on to see who's the winner or who even came out first for that. That part's cool. But, you know, you're not going to get anybody casual that wants to spend that kind of time or even
No.
try and figure out all of those things.
No.
And I get it.
No, absolutely. But I was just like, granted, during COVID, it was perfect.
Yeah, that was a cool thing that we had a group that did it like that.
during COVID, just sitting down and it was like having like what I think it was like 18 of us like sitting there filling it
Yeah.
out at one point.
There's
and
a solid group of a lot of people that dedicated to fill out the really big ones.
every match had their own thing. We all sat and filled them out, and then we all sat and watched the pay-per-views together. It was wild.
It's a lot of fun though, and I like that. Even though this is post-COVID,
Still do it.
we're cooking a little bit. Yeah,
We found a way to streamline it and make it better.
yeah, and the podcast makes it easier to talk about just what's going on in general. For the event props on WrestleDream, the first one we have title changes, and normally I would do the over/under, but I shook it up a little bit. The options are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus because there's only 4 title matches on the card. So if they add one, we're covered with the 4 plus. But this way, again, spreads out the picks.
Which title changes are on the card? You have the TNT Championship, men's heavyweight, women's heavyweight, and
Men's,
tag.
women's, tag, TNT. That's
Okay.
4.
Okie dokie.
That way it's not nearly as easy. We have announce tables broken, and I took the same approach, but the options are 0, 1, and then 2 plus. You know?
Oh, you split it up?
Yeah. So instead of like this way, we have more. It's not nearly as easy. It's not as much of a 50-50 shot. But those questions that are harder are worth more points also.
Okay.
So I thought that was fair.
You said announce tables broken?
Yes.
1, 2, and
0,
plus?
1, 2 plus.
0, and then 1, and then 2 plus.
Oh, it's just 2 plus.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yep. And then
Cool.
More of the same for just over under ref bumps, just half a ref bump. You know, that way we keep some of those like simple ones, and that one's easy enough. I don't really even expect to see one, but I felt like half was a good number to be at.
Yeah, 1 ref bump.
Is someone going to get lit on fire?
We'll see. I was thinking that alone for the Darby Moxley match, but I want to, because if it happens, it's happened in the I Quit match. But I know that as easy as a question as that sounds, I guarantee it will be done in a way that will be so controversial that I'm not willing to even risk it to say like what dictates him being on fire.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I would expect that, and I would be the first one to start any argument in any sort of way if I was part of that, because that's who I am, and I love doing that. So,
I understand.
Keeping it simple, which is just why we don't not thinking of involving a fire question. Or like just will we see fire is not bad, but which one would I take out for the Darby Moxley questions?
I wouldn't. I like the Darby Moxley questions.
That's fine. I can do that too.
I like adding stuff as an extra question for things that we're really excited by. Like the first one we ever did was is Seth Rollins going to cash in?
Mm-hmm.
And like
that would be an event. If there was just any money in the bank, we would have that anyway.
Yeah.
True. So, I understand.
But I also want more questions that keep us engaging. But the most important part is the black and white. Because as much as I love controversy and things just ending real close to by a point, I want to make sure that it's like, okay, you can argue your point all day, but it's this because of this. The next event would be, will we see a return or debut? That's a regular one. And then I think my favorite one is number of matches with blood.
Oh, okay.
Your options are
some style points in there.
0 to 1.
0, 1, 2 plus.
2 to 3. 4 plus.
How many matches are there?
8.
Ooh.
Do you think we should do 0 to 1, 2, and 3 as its separate options and then just 4 plus? Or do you think we should do 1, 2, 3 plus?
I think 1, 2, 3 plus would be the best.
1, 2, 3 plus? I like that as an idea.
Because your one match is gonna have blood. Minimum.
For sure. Minimum. No question.
No question about it. There's one match.
Darby's bleeding in a promo.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good that 0 and 1 are together then in my mind.
Yep. But I think 1 you can keep 0 and 1 together, I guess, but
yeah, that's how I feel 0 to 1 should be together. And 2 is the second option. And then 3+ is the third.
I think
Done.
having it
Done and
as-
done.
as great. That works perfect.
I like that idea. That's solid collaboration. I mean, the obvious question too is the most exciting match is Darby Moxley, right? Like that's it. Every other match could be shit, and it won't be, but that's gonna be the match, right? Even if it's not the main event.
It's that and the Tony Storm match.
Oh yeah, sure, okay. That's going to wrap this week's episode of Pick the Push. Huge thanks to our new champ for stopping by. Enjoy the gold while you can because WrestleDream is right around the corner. We'll be back next week with all the fallout, leaderboard chaos, and maybe even a few broken egos. You know how it goes. In the meantime, make sure you're following Pick the Push on Spotify. Hit us up on X and Instagram for the latest updates, hot takes, and PTP Royale banter. And don't forget, join our Discord and watch WrestleDream with us live this Saturday night. It's the best way to hang out, talk trash, and see who's really got the best predictions in the game. This is Ian Fox with Joe and Brett reminding you the predictions are open, the smack talk is free, and the push never stops.
Why does that man have a cobra on his head?
Because he's a snake.
Oh, snack.
It's a snake.
All right, so you're just gonna make jokes?
No, that was it.
Oh, just he wants to be a snake?
Have you seen that meme? Have you seen and when I mean meme, I mean the video?
No.
Oh my god. Looking it up now.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it is.
That joke's not worth it.
That's a piece of history.
I agree with that as well. Brett's gonna watch it and be like, "Oh, okay."
Yep.
Oh my god, that was hard to watch.
But now you know why he's cool.
Yeah, okay.